Welcome to New York, Miss Alanah. My name is Wilfred. I'm the agency driver assigned to drive you to the hotel. Nakangiting bati na may edad na lalaki. Mabilis itong inabot ang hatak-hatak ng maleta, pati na ang maleta traveling bag na bitbit niya. Alanah was left with her shoulder bag and coat. Hi, Wilfred, and thanks, Anya. The car is this way. Anito tagpatiuna na sa paglalakad palabas ng arrival area. How was your trip, Miss Alanah? Long and boring. Sagot niya na may ngiti sa mga labi. It was a 14-hour flight and I'm only glad to get off the plane. I don't like flying myself, but it's worth it. If you're flying to see your loved ones. Do you have a family here, miss? No, I'm just here for vacation. Hindi na niya kailangan sabihin sa driver na wala na siyang pamilya. Bata pa siya nang pumanaw ang inang si Alanah. Naiwan siya sa pangalaga ng lolo niya. She never knew her father, and now she had left the closest thing she had to a family back in the Philippines. Nagawa niyang umalis ng Pilipinas sa wala nakakaalam. She just sent an email to Claudette, apologizing for leaving without properly saying goodbye. Pahapyaw niya ipinahiwatig na hindi niya kayang tagalan pa ang paggagambala sa mga ito. That she did not want to bother them anymore and disturb their lives that she knew would be better without her. Humingi rin siya ng tawad sa muntikan na nitong pagkakapahamak ng dahil sa kanya. Ipinaliwanag niya rito lahat, pero hindi niya sinabi sa kaibigan ko saan ang punta niya dahil sigurado siyang susundan siya ng mga to. It was better that no one knew where she was. She could start off a new life na hindi ginagambala ang mga taong mahal niya. She sighed heavily and thought of Lucas. Mapait siyang napangiti. She was sure that Lucas had already realized by now that she was gone. Napagtanto na rin ito kung bakit ganoon siya kabilis nagdesisyon na ibenta rito negosyong naiwan ng kanyang abuelo. Lucas was the perfect buyer. Alam niyang di nito pababayaan ng AJ. She had witnessed firsthand how he had dedicated his time and effort to the shop back then. Kahit na nagsisimula itong ma-involve sa isang gang, sinisigurado pa rin itong tapos na ang responsibilidad sa trabaho bago mawawala. She bit her lower lip, remembering once again how Lucas' involvement with the gang started right after that incident inside her grandfather's office. Kung paanong simula na mangyari yon, hindi na siya nito magawang tignan. She had tried talking to him but he had ignored her. Nagawa nito makisalamuha sa kanya nang di man lang siya tinitingnan o kinakausap. Those were the most painful days of her life. When she had Lucas around, but she didn't have him at all. Nang dumating sa puntong hindi niya matiis ang pag-ignora nito sa kanya, kinumpronta niya ito, and she hated saying those words to Lucas. Just because she was feeling so insecure, just because she finally realized that whatever pushed Lucas to kiss her and almost make love to her was not the reason she was hoping for. I've had enough of this. Umpisa ni Alanah nang lapitan si Lucas sa kasalukuyang may kinukumponyeng sasakyan. He was wearing his usual crazy jumpsuit at nakatali mahahaba nitong buhok. Hindi siya nito pinansin, ni hindi siya tiningnan, kaya marahas niya itong tinulak. Kausapin mo ako, Lucas. Sawang-sawa na ako sa pakikitungo mo sa akin. What did I do to make you ignore me? Nakita niyang tiimbagang na napamuntuhin niya ng lalaki bago siya nilingon. I'm busy, Alanah. Wala akong oras na makipag-usap sa'yo. Malamig nitong tugon bago binalik ang atensyon sa ilalim ng hood ng sasakyan. What the hell is your problem? Don't even go there, Alanah. Marahas nitong putol sa kanyang sasabihin. That was the biggest mistake I have ever made in my entire life, and I will appreciate it if you never speak of it again. Nanlalaki ang mga mata, tinignan niya ito. Biggest mistake of your life? How can you say that when you were almost my clothes off na natigil lang dumating si Lolo? Thank God for that, dahil hindi ko maatim na lalahanin araw-araw na may nangyari sa atin. Forget about that, Alanah. That won't ever happen again. How dare you? Isang malutong na sampal ang iginawa niya rito. She could literally feel her heart breaking into a million pieces. The way Lucas said those words were so different from how he would usually talk to her. Maging ang mga mata nito'y nawawalan ng gentleness. It was almost like she could see fire burning in them. Don't think for 1 second na kinakausap kita, dahil gusto ko maulit yun. I just wanted to know why you've suddenly become so cold. I thought we were friends. I thought you're a good man. Clearly I was wrong. I never said I was a good man, Alanah, pero mabuting malinaw na yun ngayon sa'yo. Now leave me alone and let me be. If you want to be left alone, then go to hell. What are you still doing here anyway? Wala ka namang pamilya dito. No one wants you here, Lucas. We don't need you. Laura doesn't need you. Naawa lang siya sa'yo kaya kanya hinahayaang magtrabaho dito. So if I were you, and if I had any shame, aalis na ako. You don't belong here. We're here, miss. Yun ang nagpabalik kay Alanah sa kasalukuyan. Mabilis siyang napakurap. Her eyes were misty remembering that day. Hanggang ngayon, napakalaki pa rin ng impact sa kanya ng alaalang yon. That was the day she had finally confirmed that love will never work kung isang tao lang ang nakakaramdam yon. She sighed heavily and tried to smile. She looked out the window of the car at nakita niyang nasa harapan sila ng hotel na pinili para sa kanyang agency, Maricar Suites. It was located in a very busy street in Brooklyn. Sinabihan niya ang travel agent na si Maggie na ipili siya ng hotel na malapit sa lahat ng mga amenities, and she thought that the agent did a great job. Nakalabas na si Wilfred ng sasakyan at kasalukuyang kinukuha ang kanyang mga gamit sa trunk. Lumabas na rin siya at sumunod sa driver. They stopped at the reception at saka nagpaalma sa kanya ang mabait na driver. She gave him a tip at bagalang na itong umalis. She gave her reservation papers to the receptionist, and a few minutes later she was inside the premier suite. It had a king-size bed covered with cream beddings. There was also a big couch and a flat-screen TV. Sa kabilang bahagi niyon ay mini kitchen na may maliit na fridge at induction stove. Malungkot siyang umiti. This room should suit her for now. Later on, kakailanganin niya maghanap ng apartment. Hindi naman pwede mag-ubos siya ng pera sa paninirahan sa ganito kaingkranding hotel. She should also start looking for jobs dahil plano niyang daw na magstay sa US. Pasalamat na lamang siya at may dual citizenship siya dahil na rin sa Amerikano niyang abuelo. She decided to unpack her things. It was not hard because she did not bring much. Nagpapasalamat siya at hindi taglamig sa New York ngayon. It was April at katatapos lang na winter, so hindi niya kailangan magdala ng mabibigat na coat. The weather was still a bit chilly, but nothing that a light coat could not handle. Nang matapos ay minabuti niya mag-shower at bumaba sa restaurant ng hotel. It was almost 8 in the evening and she was starving. Nag-order siya ng salmon and cream cheese sandwich. She ordered it with iced red tea. Habang hinihintay ang order, nilabas niya ang dalang tablet at binuksan ang kanyang email. And as expected, she had a reply from Claudette and emails from both Brennan and Lucas. Mga ninganing pindutin niya kagad ang email ni Lucas but she resisted it. Inuna niyang basahin ang kay Claudette and it made her teary-eyed. Sinabi ni Claudette na naiintindihan siya nito and that she could take all the time she needed. Basta't wag lang daw siyang tuluyang hindi na magpakita. Brennan's message was the same. He mentioned how everyone was so worried too, but happy that she wasn't in any trouble. Her uncle said that he respected that she needed to be alone, but made it clear that she should never hesitate to call any of them if she needed something. Humugot siya ng malalim na hininga at sunod na binuksan ang email ni Lucas. There wasn't much to read, but the short message was enough to rattle her. Annie, there is absolutely no place in this world where I couldn't find you. I will see you very soon. Tiimbagang niyang pinakalmang sarili. Why? Why couldn't he just let her go? Nagawa na mag-let go ng best friend niya at kahit si Brennan. She inhaled sharply. There was no way Lucas could actually find her anyway. Hindi niya alam kung ano naging trabaho nito nang umalis na ito nagtungo sa Amerika noon. Pero duda siya kung makakatulong iyon para mahanap siya ngayon. Tinatakot lamang siya ng lalaki para kusa siyang umuwi. How she wished na kaya concerned sa kanya si Lucas. Ay hindi dahil sa utang loob nito sa kanyang abuelo. There you go again, Alanah. Sita niya sa sarili. She had been burned so many times because of her stupid hopes, pero eto siya ngayon at muli na namang nag-i-imagine. She was pathetic. When was she ever gonna learn? Here's your order, sabi sa kanya ng isang waitress. She smiled politely at tinayaan nitong ilapag sa kanyang pagkain sa lamesa. Pero bago pa nito tuluyang may baba ang kanyang red tea, may malaking biglang nakabangga dito. Dahilan para matumba ang baso sa tray. Natapon lamang iyon sa harapan niya at kung di yan ay galaw ang binti ay nabasa ng kanyang suot. You are in the way, bitch! Mulyaw ng lalaki nakabangga nang inamumutla ng waitress. Hindi dito malaman kung kanino unang hihingi ng paumanhin. Kulot noon niyang nalingon ang lalaking nakasuot ng leather jacket. He had multiple piercings on his left ear. Balbas sarado ito and it made him look vicious. Hey! Agaw niya sa atensyon nito. It's not her fault you weren't looking. Ma'am, it's okay. Saway ng waitress. I'll get you a new drink. What did you say? Tinabig ng lalaki na kabangga nito ang waitress at hinarap siya. Nanggagaliiti sa galit. It was your fault and you should not yell at her. Who do you think you... Craig, shut up. Bigla'y putol ng mga otoridad na boses. Pare-pareho silang napalingon dito at nakita niya isang matandang lalaki. She could guess that the man wearing a cream-colored suit with a matching hat was in his early 60s. He had strong features that made her think that he had Italian blood in him. You bumped into her, so you apologize, and to this lovely lady too for yelling at her, he said, with a distinct Brooklyn accent. Biglang naalala niyang ilang mga mafia films na napapanood niya. The old man looked like one of them, with his fingers full of golden rings, even on his pinkies. Sorry, boss. Anang tinawag nitong Craig. Don't say that to me, you dimwit. Say sorry to them. He snapped. Nakayoko itong humarap sa kanya. I'm sorry. Malalim siyang humugot ng hininga. And to the waitress? Hinarap nitong waitress na mas tila natakot pa dahil sa pagdating ng matanda. I'm sorry for bumping into you. Mabilis tumango ang babae at muling natigilan nang tignan ng bagong dating na matanda. Get this young lady her drink and put her bill on my tab. Yes, sir. At nagmamadaling na itong tumalima. You didn't have to do that. I can pay for my meal. Aniya ng tuluyan ng makaalis ang waitress. Iwinasiwas sa matanda ang kamay nito at nginitian siya. Don't worry about it. Anitong hinubad ang suot na sombrero. Take it as an apology for this dimwits. Tukoy dito kay Greg na agad din itong pinaalis. Hindi niya kagad nagawa mag-react dahil sa ngiti ng matanda. There was something painfully familiar about it. Even his very dark eyes na naging malinaw na ngayon dahil sa pag-alis ito ng sombrero were familiar. What's the matter? Napansin yata nitong pag-aalangan niya. Napailing si Alanah. Nothing. Thanks for paying for my meal. A pleasure. Enjoy your stay in this hotel. Kap-kap. Yakap-yakap ang bag ng mga damit. Sinuksok ni Alanah ang keycard sa security box sa pinto ng kanyang hotel room. Galing siya sa laundry station. Pang-apat na araw na lamang niya sa hotel na iyon pero dahil hindi madami ang dala niyang damit, naubusan na siya ng malinis na susuotin. Kaninang umaga nag-ikot-ikot siya downtown Brooklyn para maghanap ng apartment. So far, wala pa siyang natitipuhan. She would go out again tomorrow at sa Manhattan naman maghanap ng apartment. She closed the door with her foot at nagtuloy-tuloy na sa malit na living room area ng kanyang suite. Pero wala sa oras na nabitawan niya ang mga damit na mabungara ng isang bulto ng lalaki na sa hinaga pa hindi niya inasang makikita roon. It was Lucas. Her heart instantly pumped rapidly upang seeing his handsome face. Kampante ito nakaupo sa sofa na waring sarili nito ang buong kwarto. His jaw was clenched tight. Madilim ang mukha nito habang titig na titig sa kanya. Kung anong ginagawa mo dito? At paano ka nakapasok sa kwarto ko? Tinapangan niyang boses kahit mga sa loob niya ay gusto niyang maiyak. Seeing Lucas' face, however grim it was, made her realize how much she missed him. 5 araw pa lamang mula nang huli niya itong makita, pero sapat na iyon para muli niyang maramdaman ang panguli niyang naramdaman noon nito nung umalis patungo sa Amerika matapos ay itong palayasin. I knew something was up nang ganun mo na lang kadaling ibinenta sa akin ng shop. That was a very sly move, Annie. Anitong hindi pinansin ang kanyang tanong. Speaking of that, hindi ba dapat nabala ka sa pag-asikaso ng AJ? Anong ginagawa mo dito? I told you I'd find you, and now it's time to come home. Lahat sila nag-aalala sa iyo. I'm not going anywhere. Matigas niyang tugon. Umiling ito, na hindi nagbagong madilim nitong itsura. Out of the question. Uuwi tayo ngayon mismo. Lucas, are you listening to yourself? She burst out. Just who are you to be expected na susunod ako sa mga sasabihin mo? I am family, Annie. He snapped. And I want you home. Tuluyan ang kumibot-kibot ang kanyang bibig sa pagpipigil na maiyak. You are not my family. The only family I've ever had has died. Wala na si Lolo, so wala ka na responsibilidad sa akin. What are you talking about? Umiling-iling siya. Just leave. I am not leaving without you. I'm not leaving you alone in here. Why did you even pick this rotten place? Matabang niya itong tinignan. If you think this place is so rotten, then leave. Walang pumilit sa'yong pumunta rito. She lashed out. Nagpipigil siya nitong tinignan bago maras na naglakad patungo sa kung saan niya nabitawan ng mga damit. Anong ginagawa mo? Nanlalaki ang mga mata niya na makitang hinugot ito mula sa closet ang kanyang maleta at basta na lang pinagsusuksok doon ang kanyang mga damit. Stop! I'm not going home! She was screaming now. Yes, you are. Are you out of your mind? Sinimulan niyang ilabas sa bag ang mga gamit niya na naipasok na nito habang sinusubukan niyang itulak pala yung lalaki. But who was she kidding? Lucas was a big, strong man. Hindi man lang niya ito matinag. Annie, for the love of God, stop resisting. Ano bang problema mo? She screamed. This is so simple. I understand ginagawa mo to dahil sa utang na loob mo kay Lolo. Pero sinasabi ko na sa'yo, hindi mo na to kailangan gawin. You don't owe me anything. Kaya ko lang alagaan ang sarili ko. I am setting you free from any responsibilities you feel towards me. I wanna live my own life. Nangihina na niyang saad. Is that so hard to understand? Finally stopped what he was doing. Tinignan niya si Alanah. Kung pwede lang sabihin niya rito lahat ng ginagawa niya ay para sa dalaga at hindi dahil kay Lemuel. It had nothing to do with Lemuel at all. It did not even have anything to do with the drug syndicate anymore. Halos ikabaliw niya nakarang araw na hindi niya alam kung nasan si Alanah. Muli lamang niya napatunayan na lalo lang tumindi ang nararamdaman niya para sa kababata. He wanted so much to tell Alanah that everything he did was because he loved her, because she was everything to him. Walang nagawang mahigit 5 taong pagkakawalay nila upang baguhin ang pagmamahal na noon pa man ay naramdaman na ni Lucas para rito. Alanah telling him to go away was the wake-up call he had been waiting for. Simply ignoring her presence was not working anymore. So he went away hoping against hope that distance was going to make him forget what he was feeling for her. But he had been so wrong. Dahil nang muli niya ito makita ay wala nang ibang laman ang isip niya, kundi ang muling yakapin ng dalaga, ang halikan to, at sabihin dito lahat ng kanyang nararamdaman. Yeah, he was a hopeless case. But Alanah should not suffer dahil lang sa damdamin niya. This place did not bring good memories for him, but she had nothing to do with that. He finally made a decision. He had to let go. Feeling like his heart was being ripped into pieces, he started talking. I'm sorry. Nakita niyang natigilan ang dalaga kaya siya nagpatuloy. Tama ka. Hindi dapat ako nakikialam sa anumang desisyon mo sa buhay mo. I admit, I am being overly protective of you. But from now on, hindi na kita pakikialaman. Lucas, Alanah took a deep breath. Biglang napuno ng kalituhan ng mga mata nito. Bumuka ang bibig para magsalita, pero muli rin yung tumigom. I'm going back to the Philippines. I'll tell everyone that you're okay and I'll tell them to back off. You would do that? Hindi makapaniwalang tanong nito. Yes, but I want to ask one thing from you. What is it? Mabilis itong tanong. Call them. Let them know where you are. Pangako hindi ka nila susundan. I just know that they would be happy to know where you are and they can contact you whenever they want. Would that be okay? She looked him straight in the eyes. Her eyes were only making it harder for him to finally let her go. Thank you, Lucas. He heard her whispered. He smiled. Anything for you. Magpapaalam na sana siya nang marinig na may kumatok sa pinto. Napatayo si Alanah sabay tingin sa suot nitong wristwatch. Oh my God! Nakalimutan ko. I meant to have a dinner with Leandro. That must be him. Leandro? Kunot noon yung tanong. Nilingon siya ng dalaga. Yeah, he is an old man staying in this hotel too. Madalas kami magkasabay tuwing dinner so last night, we decided that we'd just have dinner together. Are you dating this guy? Diretso niyang tanong. Huli na para pigilan ang sarili. Napatawa si Alanah. No, he's kind of like a father figure. Very witty at pareho naman kami mag-isa lang dito sa hotel. So we're just trying to be each other's company. Muli, narinig nilang katok sa pinto. Hang on, I'm coming. Sigaw ni Alanah habang sinusot ang strappy sandals nito. You can join us if you want. Anya rito at alanganin siyang initian. Instantly gusto niyang pumayag, but that wouldn't help his case at all. Baka masuntok lang ni Lucas ang kasalo nito. It didn't matter to him if he was old. He still did not like the thought of Annie being with another man. Mabuti na siyang umiwas. No, it's fine. Can I just stay here for a couple of hours though? My return flight is still 4 hours away. Annie smiled and stood up. Sure, you'd probably still be here when I get back. Yeah, we can talk some more then. Mabilis na itong lumayo at ganun din siya and in his inside twisted na manatili ito sa kanyang harapan. Looking at him with her still misty eyes. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you for understanding. Maya-maya sabi nito. He just casually pinched her chin. I'll see you later, sweetheart. Muli itong umiti bago nagmamadaling binuksan ang pinto. Hi! Sorry I forgot that you're picking me up. Masaya nitong bati sa lalaki nasa labas ng pinto. No problem. Are you ready? Gumuhit ang lamig sa gulugod ni Lucas. That familiar voice echoed in his ear. Parang slow motion na lumayan mali sa kanya si Annie. At ang ginawa nito'y malinaw niyang nakita ang mukha ng lalaki sa mundo rito. A white hat paired with an equally white suit. The strong features of his face and the dark menacing eyes that spelled trouble. It was none other than Leandro Benitez, his father. See you later, Lucas. Paalam pa ni Annie na hindi na niya nagawang sagutin. He was dumbstruck at what he was seeing. At bago patuloy ang maisara ng dalagang pinto, nakita niyang sadyang nilingon siya ng ama, who was wearing a taunting grin that sent a feeling of dread deep inside of him. Lucas' instincts made him want to follow the two of them and beat the crap out of that old man. Pero ayaw na niyang makawitness pa si Alanah ng anumang gulo. Besides, kapapangako pa lamang niya rito na hindi na ito papakailaman. He could easily make a mistake. His action is being overly protective again. What is he doing out of the prison? He muttered while dialing on his phone. Do I need to know something? What the? Lucas, is this you? Damn right it is. Narinig niyang tumikim ang nasa kabilang linya. It was Nick, an FBI agent. So, you've heard the news. I didn't hear any news. He stated sarcastically. But I'd see Leandro gallivanting around in his hotel. So is it just me? Or is it really normal to see a person charged with extortion, smuggling, and robbery walking free around the city? Damn it! Narinig niyang mura nito. I meant to tell you, Lucas, but it's just been so busy here. Your father was released on bail last month under the condition that he would show up whenever a hearing is scheduled. Gusto niyang sabihin dito na hindi dapat hinahayaang makapagpiyansa ang tao na napakaraming kaso. Knowing his father's position in the crime syndicate, he was sure marami itong contact sa Justice Department. When is the first hearing? No schedule as of the moment. Your father is still a free man. Mahigpit ang pagkakahawak ni Lucas sa braso ni Scotch. Nasa bar siya ngayon ng hotel and restaurant that was just in front of him. Kitang-kita niya kung paanong aliw na nakikinig si Annie kung anumang kinukwento ng kanyang ama. He took a gulp from his glass. He had lived with that man for 3 years after he left the Philippines. Pinaniwala siya nito na titigil na nito ang anumang koleksyon sa napakalaking crime syndicate na kinabibilangan nito. He had been telling him that on the phone bago pa man siya noon nakapagdesisyon na umalis ng Pilipinas. And he believed the old man. Naniwala siya ang pagkakasakit ng ina niya ang naging dahilan ng pagbabago nito. He found out that his mother was sick when he arrived in the US. She was dying of breast cancer. Na-diagnose ito noon nasa stage 4 na at rin na para namang treatment na makapagpapagaling dito. They spent her last years together as a family. They've all managed to forgive each other. Naipagdapat sa kanya ng inang si Marian na ang tanging dahilan ng pagpapaalis ito sa kanya, bata pa siya, ay takot itong maging katulad siya ng kanyang ama. The syndicate was founded by his great-great-grandfather and was supposed to be passed down to him. Brooklyn was their territory. They collected money from anti-business establishments at ang kapalit niyon ay hindi nila panggugulo sa anumang negosyo ng mga ito. If anyone refused to pay, his father would send henchmen to destroy the place. Hindi titigil ang mga ito hanggat di nagbabayad ang may-ari ng negosyo. His father was also involved in drug smuggling and robbery. He did not do the actual dirty work, but he was the one orchestrating everything. His father admitted that to him. Pero sinabi rin nitong hindi na nito kayang mabuhay pa sa ganoong paraan. He told him that he would ruin his family because of what he did and had given it all up. Lucas believed him. His mother believed him. It was only after Marian had died that he found out that his father never left the syndicate. It had all been an act. In his own way, he wanted to make his wife happy before she died and to make his son come back home. Nalaman ni Lucas sa patago pa rin ito nagbibigay ng utos sa mga tauhan nito. He had just been more discreet and did not have any meetings in their home anymore. Lucas was so angry that his father had fooled him once again, but he pretended that it didn't bother him at kinutuwa yun ng kanyang ama. Hindi nagtagal isa na siya sa nagbibigay ng utos. Leandro slowly trained him to be the heir to the syndicate. He had told him every aspect of his business. At nang masiguro niyang buo ng pagtitiwala sa kanya ni Leandro, saka siya kumontak sa NBI. He had met with Nick, ang agent na naka-assign sa pagtugis ng sindikato ng kanyang ama. Nagsimula siya magbigay dito ng impormasyon tungkol sa mga transaksyon ng mga tauhan ng ama. One by one, his father's men were captured without realizing that he was the one ratting them out. Hanggang sa kakaunti na lang natira sa mga tauhan nito. Hanggang sa hindi na sapat ang mga iyon para protekta ng kanyang ama sa planong pag-aresto rito. The operation had been a success. Nahuli ang kanyang ama. It only took Nick a week to legally charge him with all of his crimes. Simula na maaresto ito, isang beses lang sila nagkita. That was when Lucas decided to visit his father in prison. Ipinamukha niya rito na siya mismo ang dahilan ng pagkakakulong nito. He expected Leandro to say some nasty words at him, pero kinidismaya nang wala man lang siyang makitang galit mula dito. He could still remember how his father looked at him with pride. "Well done, son," was all he said. Months after that, he got the news about them well. Iniwan ni Lucas ang pamamahala ng tanging legal na negosyo ng kanyang pamilya. He was the rightful owner of Marion Suites, the hotel where they were currently were. Ang mismong hotel na napili ni Alanah ng tuluyan. Napailing siya. What a small world. Siya pa rin ang may-ari nito pero lahat ng responsibilidad iniwan niya sa manager ng hotel. It was why it did not take him anything para magkaroon ng access sa kwarto ni Ana na mula nang nilingon niya si Annie at ang kanyang ama na masaya parang nag-uusap. He was certain his father had planned all this, ang makilala si Annie. It could always be by accident that the two met and were having dinner now. Alam niya dahil kilala ng ama si Annie. During the times that his father was pretending to be a changed man, naikwento niya rito naging buhay niya sa Pilipinas. He had told Leandro everything about Annie and even how he felt for her. He had even showed him photos that hindi makapaghintay si Lucas na matapos ang dinner ng dalawa. He wanted so much to wring the old man's neck and to tell him that he was never to see Annie again. He was still his, he knew that, but that didn't change the fact that Leandro was a heartless criminal. Thinking about everything that his father did, and now seeing him with his precious Annie enraged him. This was just so wrong. Napatuwid siya ng upo na makitang tumayo ng dalawa. They shared a warm hug which made him flinch. Annie looked so precious to him that he actually imagined her shuddering dahil lang hinawakan to ng kanyang ama. Nagpasalamat siya na makitang hindi na sumabay si Leandro paglabas si Annie ng restaurant. Sa halip, diretso siya nitong nalingons na para bang alam ito na kanina pa niya itong pinagmamastan. Sinalubong niya ang tingin na matanda, ginamit ang lahat ng kontrol para lang dito sa lubungin at bugbugin. Then, Leandro casually walked toward him. Sa kanyang peripheral view, nakita niya ang dalawa nitong alalay na tumayo rin mula sa mga kalapit na lamesa. But the two quickly backed off when Leandro looked at them. He scoffed. Maya-maya pa nasa tabi na ni Lucas ang matanda. Naupo ito sa kabilang mata sa silya. "Scotch please, Enrique." Anito sa bartender. Saka siya nilingon. "Well, hello there, son. It's been a while since I last saw you." Matalim niya itong tinitigan. "What do you want from me?" Inosenteng tumaas ang dalawang kiling nito. "What do you mean, what do I want from you? Don't bullshit me. You know very well who you just had dinner with, and you won't go through such lengths if you don't need anything from me." "Oh." Pabaliwalang winagiway nito ang kamay sa kanya. "Don't get your panties in a bunch. I saw her here the other day, and I remembered her because of the photos you showed me. So I thought that it will be nice to get to know my son's girlfriend." "She's not my girlfriend," he snapped. Sa inis niya napahalakak pa si Leandro. "What's so funny?" Pikon niyang tanong. Tumangga muna ito mula sa basong kabibigay lang ng bartender bago marinig salita. "No wonder you look so miserable. What are you waiting for? You're not still thinking about her grandfather, are you?" "Alanah told me that. He is already dead. He died but my respect for him hadn't." Mabilis niyang sabat. "You and your silly principles." Naiiling nitong sagot. "Don't change the subject, Leandro. What do you want?"